Hello and welcome to this installment of HiveScience Paleo Peak. Welcome to the second installment, I guess, of this new venture. I have decided to parse out the coverage of paleontology and put it in its own special category and add it to the rotation along with strange science and EcoNews. So we will be including that on the list. So be on the lookout for this show. I do want to give my love and shout out to everybody who stuck with me so far. We still have like 20 viewers that made it to the end of the show. This is the final segment, so you win. You win. Please remember, I do have the super chats available. If that's something that you want to do, just super chat me over here and I will read it. I am excited about this new installment. I do have some cool visual designs for the show when I start editing. So we will move forward on that. But it will not, as of right now, will not get its own special background. None of the HiveScience stuff has their own special backgrounds yet. So I'm probably going to work on that at some point, but for right now, this is the visual that you're going to get for anything on HiveSci, which should be okay. But moving forward, we're kind of going to try to rotate through these. So if we do a Paleo Peak this week, we'll probably do Strange Science or EcoNews next week. Just kind of keep it fresh. Sometimes, depending on the topic, I might do two, or depending on how much time I have, I might do two. Today we're short on time because it's already noon. Noon is generally when I try to be wrapping up. So let's move. I'm saying let's move right into it. So this is a deep peek, and I think you'll see what I mean here. These guys are taking deeper peek like a puppy dog do. Dinosaur fossils can be, for lack of a better term, rather bare bones, particularly in their delicate, easily destroyed nether regions, which can fall prey to the ravages of scavengers or an explosion or explosive release of post-mortem gas. But after working with a dinosaur specimen from the Senckenberg Natural History Museum in Germany, Jacob Winther, a paleontologist at the University of Bristol, returned and realized that its private parts were unusually well preserved. A cloaca, for those who aren't familiar, is an opening common in non-mammalian, with a few exceptions like monotremes, platypuses, and echidnas. They have a cloaca as well, with a few mammalian vertebrates that operates as a sort of a one-size-fits-all funnel for sex, pooping, urination, and reproduction. In a study published yesterday in the Journal of Current Biology, Winther and his colleagues, paleo artist Robert Nichols and University of Massachusetts Amherst biologist Diana A. Kelly, were able to three-dimensionally reconstruct describe what Winther says is the only non-avian dinosaur cloaca known to be preserved. So, do you guys like that we have the insides of a dinosaur now? This is freaking cool. Soft. You want to see some soft tissue? Let's see about how dinosaurs got it on. So now we know for a fact that dinosaurs have cloacas, right? I mean, not that there was ever any doubt based on their phylogeny, but, it's confirmed now. Though it's been described this way, a cloaca is more than just a butthole, says Winther. It's the Swiss Army knife of back ends. for help with their description, Vinther says the study author looked at the wide-ranging cloaca of other land-dwelling vertebrates. Some, such as those belonging to turtles, look like a wizened, puckered grin. The cloaca of a bird, our present-day dinosaurs, looks kind of like a cyst that needs to be popped. Vinther's, they misspelled his name here. Vinther explained. While the cloaca of crocodiles is covered in distinct scales, forming a sort of raised lobe with a slit in the middle. The dinosaur owner of this particular cloaca is approximately 120 million years old. I'm going to try this name. You all can laugh about how bad I pronounce it. Psittacosaurus. Psittacosaurus. Hailing from what is now the Liaoning province of northeastern China. About the size of a Labrador, the Psittacosaurus was surprisingly cute for a dinosaur, Vinther says. The scaly skin and horns on either side of its flat ET-like face. The dinosaur's cloaca appears to have a distinct color, which could have been used to signal for mates, as is sometimes the case for birds. It has a set of lips that joint in a V shape around the bean-like dorsal and contains what appears to be a coprolite. So he or she had a dangler. Also known as fossilized poop, though the animal did not necessarily experience a dramatic mid-bowel movement death. Vinther says it could have emerged afterwards. But it could have pooped itself to death. Potentially. So here's like sort of the right lateral lip, left lateral lip. Yeah. There are some similarities to crocodile cloaca. Co-author Diane Kelly, an expert in the evolution of copulatory systems, told the New York Times, and the study suggests that, like the crocodile, this dinosaur cloaca may have housed glands responsible for spewing out mate-attracting scents. The shape and color of this tissue that is preserved suggests that these animals might have used both odor and visual signals to interact with other members of their species, Kelly said in an email. We're only talking about one set of fossilized dinosaur primates, which limits the scope of any mating signal takeaway, the study explains. But through Vinther's notes that these revelations aren't going to cure cancer or prevent totalitarian people from entering political system, they do add a little piece to the puzzle of what it used to look like, which helps us understand why the living world looks the way it does today. Perhaps, Vinther says, there was a glorious past where dinosaurs were strutting around showing off their cloacas. One can only hope. I do. I hope so. And they want us to comment, but I bet they'll make us sign in. Yeah, I got to sign up to comment. So that was the dino cloaca that we have discovered. So now we know. If you are furry or into, what is it? Are dinosaurs scalies or furries when you're doing that? Is it scalies or furries? Is featheries a thing? So anyway, if you're in that culture, now you have a model to use for your cosplay. So if I've done anything today, I hope it was help you guys appreciate the Dino-gina. And that's all I have for this morning. So please remember to be kind and to take care. And we will see you next time.